Hello, we're here today to speak about frequently asked questions from Cosmetic Couture. So we'd like to address all of these questions and hopefully give you some further information. Okay, so one of the main questions that we're asked here at Cosmetic Couture from a course coordinator's point of view is, what are the relevant qualifications you need to be able to train here at Cosmetic Couture?
The relevant qualifications to train are Level 3 Beauty Therapy with supporting qualifications such as IPL, semi-permanent makeup, microneedling, phlebotomy and many more, but you can discuss that with your course coordinator.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, at Cosmetic Couture, is there opportunities for people who aren't in the industry, who don't have any qualifications at all, to start from the beginning?
Yes, there is. As a registered college, we can train you from start to finish, so our courses will range anything from between 6 to 12 months.
Okay, brilliant. So within this establishment here, you actually train people from the beginning?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and then they can go on to do the derma fillers and the Botox?
They can, and they can gain insurance with an FCA regulated insurance company. Currently there's only 2 that provide insurance to non-medics.
Okay, fantastic. I was going to lead on to the insurance because one of the other frequently asked questions is regarding to insurance. So once they actually have finished training here, how does the insurance process actually work?
Well, there's only 2 companies that insure non-medics that are regulated by the FCA.
In the whole of the UK?
In the whole of the UK, which is Hiscox and LMU.
Okay, fantastic. So you have connections with them directly, and anybody training here can speak to them directly and set up their account?
We do, and we have preferential terms, so we get lower premiums due to the volume of students that we train and actually how long we've been training within the industry, which is 4 years. I can confirm, I have written confirmation, that we have no claims to date of any students that we've trained.
Okay, that was the leading question I was going to go on to then, yeah. So you can confirm from Cosmetic Couture there haven't been any claims made against any of your trainees?
No, that's a fact, that there is no claims ever made off any students that have been trained by Cosmetic Couture or myself.
Brilliant. So that leads you on to being the leading training company in the whole of the UK?
Yes, we are the leading training company due to the volume of students that we've trained, and also we have this in writing from the insurance company that Cosmetic Couture is the leading training provider in aesthetics to non-medics.
Fantastic. Changing the face of the industry.
We are changing the face of the industry.
Fantastic. Okay, to lead on to one of the other questions that most people do ask is, how long are the courses here? I know there's quite a different amount of courses that you can do here, but for example, if somebody decided to come and do the whole body of study, so they have their level 3 MVQ in beauty and they want to go on to do all the aesthetic side of it, how long would that course take?
It can range from a minimum of 7 days right up to 3 months, depending on, how that learner actually learns with the course. So if they don't meet the criteria, they're not up to scratch, then we have to do further training with them. We offer CPD days as an accredited course. We can offer this to the students also.
Okay, so do you feel you're giving people here an opportunity to get out in the world and create a career for themselves?
Definitely, yeah, and we have done in the past. We've got many successful students to date. We're constantly re-evaluating, working on our training standards, we're implementing Health Education England guidelines, and we're looking forward to 2017 when the new standard framework is set out for all, and we embrace that. We're looking forward to it.
Brilliant. So from a point of view, perhaps if I had trained here, are you just left out in the industry to survive on your own, or what kind of, after you've finished your training here, what kind of support do you provide as a company then?
We offer support through ACPB, which is a not-for-profit organisation. It stands for the Association of Cosmetic Practitioners of Britain. It has been around for 2 years. We do have protocols in place. We offer ongoing support and advice. We give first aid training, as a free course. We give a renewal date for that every year. We also offer bespoke first aid training. We are the only training provider to actually offer this, which gives you the skills, the knowledge and clinical oversight to be able to deal with anything that arises. Because sometimes rare things can happen and we do need to be able to actually deal with that. So we work with the students to be able to solve things like this.
Okay, one of the most frequently asked questions I have here as a course coordinator is perhaps the concern people have as a beauty therapist who go on in the industry they understand the debate in the industry at the moment, so they want to be prepared and have the knowledge behind them that when it does happen, as it will, the debate between whether a non-medic or a medic will take place, they want to have the confidence behind them to be able to know that they can discuss that and also be transparent enough in what they're doing to be very confident that they can and are trained well enough to do it.
There is a lot of negativity, and there always will be within the industry, and I get it from both sides. I do understand that there are training companies that do offer short courses. Years ago it was acceptable to do a 1 day's course. I've been on a 1 day course, but within the last year things have changed. So since the outcome of the KEO review and the report from HE in January, it's quite clearly states, you know, what we should actually follow as training providers so that we can offer a better standard of training, that our students are the best within the industry, and other training providers should be implementing them into their training as well. So, you know, there is a need for all training providers to offer longer training so there's better standards, and then that way the public's protected.
Okay, so this leads on to the question, what makes you different here at Cosmetic Couture in comparison to other training companies?
What makes us different is our surroundings that we work in. The training facilities is of a very high standard. The tutors that deliver the courses are qualified doctors, nurses, aestheticians, teachers and assessors. We are a College of Excellence. We've recently got a College of Excellence report. Due to the volume of students that we've trained hundreds, and like I mentioned previously, we've never had any claims made against us. I've also tried to push for other things to be added into our training. Last year we come under scrutiny with the dissection course. It was for the good of our students to learn more about anatomy and physiology. It was blown out of context, but there was no reason for it to be blown out of context, I feel, because it was done for good reasons and purely for educational purposes. So I do feel that we're different than other providers because we do offer different training, and we're working with awarding bodies, different organisations, and putting standards in place.
Okay, brilliant. One of the most frequently asked questions that I find is people are concerned and want to know about after their training whether or not they're actually tied in to do further training here or to buy products from here. What are their options?
Well, products, you're not tied into products at all. We actually set you up with pharmacies that are, you know, recognised within the industry, have a good reputation. We don't recommend that you buy products online or from other countries. So we can recommend and guide you as well, but you do have clinical oversight to actually obtain products anyway, including your face-to-face prescriptions done with botulinum toxin. We do offer a service to get dermal fillers through manufacturers. That's optional. We do not tie you into further training. Our training is of a high standard. If you decide to train with us in the future, that's fine. But if you do train with other companies, check that them certificates are recognised with your insurer, because should a claim arise and you've trained with another company, who's liable? You know, was it us or was it them? So I'd just say check with your insurers, but you're not tied to train with us at all.
Do you find here at Cosmetic Couture you receive a lot of trainers who've trained elsewhere and had to come back?
Yes, we do, from all different companies, you know, not pinpointing any. You know, you've got to be fair to say that in every training provider, you're not going to please everybody. People have, you know, their own choice where they'll decide to train. They may feel that you are lacking in something, so they feel that they'll go to another training provider to get it. But yes, we do train a lot of practitioners from other training providers.
Is there somewhere prospective trainees here can have a look at feedback that we've received?
Of course, yeah, we have them on the website. We have many of them. You can see it actually in the college. You can come and have a tour around the college. We actually have videos online that you can look at the facilities prior to coming.
Okay. Another one of the most frequently asked questions is, once somebody has trained in detoxing here and they go on, what is the rules and regulations around a face-to-face prescriber?
So a face-to-face prescription must take place prior to any injections taking place on that client. So once you've trained here, you'll be given an allocated mentor prescriber. So it's a little bit more than a prescriber these days. We go into depths with other areas, also in giving clinical oversight should an emergency arise. But I don't think any other training providers actually offer that. So working with clinical oversight, you're able to do these treatments safely.
Brilliant. Okay, so it's a real wraparound service you're providing here then.
Yeah, and we do have many prescribers that are located all over the UK. we're gaining more and more prescribers all the time due to the demand and the volume of aestheticians that we've actually trained.
Okay. How do you feel the industry will go? Do you think there will come a time where it won't be okay for beauticians to carry on doing what they're actually doing?
I feel that in the foreseeable future there's nothing there, as long as training providers like myself and other training providers are, following guidelines, working with the national framework that will be, implemented soon. I feel that as long as everybody's doing right and working in harmony, then there shouldn't be any issues. But it's other companies that let down in all areas, not just non-medics, medics. There's always going to be a few companies that let the whole industry down. But hand on heart, I can honestly say that we're working, with ethics. We're working towards the standards that are being set. And touch wood, nothing bad has happened to any of our students that we've trained. So I'm happy with the progress that we've actually made and the impact that we've made within the industry, because I feel that Cosmetic Couture has gained a name within the industry and it is starting to be recognised in some of the students that train here.
Changing the face of the industry.
Changing the face of the industry, yeah.
Fantastic.